Let's get to cooking. This is what we're doing today at Memaw's house. Hey y'all, welcome back to Memaw's house. We're in the kitchen today and we're making a pound cake. I know I haven't made one in a little bit, so it was time for me to bless my family with another pound cake. And today I'm going to try a new recipe, and it's called a cold oven pound cake, and it's just what you think it is. I don't preheat my oven, I put it in cold. We'll see how it turns out. So let me get my apron on, we got our ingredients out, and we'll get to cooking. Here are the ingredients that we'll be using to make our cold oven pound cake. 1 cup of butter, a half a cup of shortening, and I have Crisco out, 3 eggs, 3 cups of flour, 3 cups of sugar, 1 cup of milk, 1½ teaspoons of vanilla, and a pinch of salt. This is a very simplistic recipe, and I'm sure that most of you have already heard of a cold oven pound cake before, but I had not tried it, so I thought I would give it a try. We like a good simplistic pound cake around here, and I think this Crisco is going to make it light and fluffy. So let's go ahead and get our butter and our Crisco into the bowl and get that mixed well together. Now that my shortening has been mixed well together, let's go ahead and add our 3 cups of sugar. Now we've let this be for about 7 or 8 minutes until it's nice, light, and fluffy. You see it has changed colors and it has gotten a greater volume. Now that our sugar and butter, or sugar and shortening, have been mixed together well, we're going to go ahead and scrape down everything so that we can get it all mixed well together. Then we'll add our eggs one at a time. And of course, you know I'm going to crack my eggs in a separate container because what? We do not want shells in our batter. Now I have my eggs all ready to go. Let me clean up a little bit and then we'll go ahead before we add our eggs into our sugar and shortening mixture. We're going to add our flour into a container. We'll measure out our 3 cups of flour and we'll measure out our 1 cup of milk so that all the ingredients will be ready to go. Now in my flour container, I'm also going to add my pinch of salt. And as you see here, I am not going to use my sifter. I'm only going to lightly measure out my flour, and you can't see on camera, but I just kind of sift it into the cup and level it off. I don't pack it down, I just make it nice and light and airy. Now this is where I aerate my flour and get any lumps out, and I get my salt mixed in well, just with a simple fork. Now we have all of our ingredients measured out. We can go ahead now and begin to pull together our batter. We'll add our eggs one at a time, just until those yolks disappear. And then we will alternate our flour, our milk, our flour, our milk. We'll do 1 cup of flour at each turn, and I don't really measure it. And then we'll do a 1/2 cup of milk when it's time to pour in the milk. And I don't measure that either. I just make sure all of those ingredients get put into that bowl. Okay, we've done enough mixing with the machine. Now it's time to mix by hand. Now it's time to prepare my pan, and I have my Baker's Joy here, and I'm not real sure what's going on with this particular can. And if y'all have any idea of how to fix this, because I'm getting ready to throw this away. I'm going to use this and then I'm going to throw it away because it's not working for me. But it will serve the purpose for now. And if you have any idea of how to fix it, put it down in the chat for me so that I can learn too. Now I've tapped her down and it's time for her to go into the oven. This oven is cold, and then we'll set the temperature. Now we'll bake this cake at 300 degrees Fahrenheit for an hour and a half. Now I'm at the 1 hour 15-minute mark. I just want to kind of test my cake. And you know, I normally just test it by how it rebounds under my fingers. And because this particular cake has such a good crust on it, I couldn't feel whether it was done enough. So I had to pull out my trusty toothpick and it is ready. Okay, y'all, so my cake is done. It stayed in an hour and 25 minutes. So almost a whole hour and a half. But I'm going to cut it now because it is quiet in my house. Everybody's sleeping, which is a good thing because I get to be my own taste tester. So I'm going to taste my cold oven pound cake. Give me a minute. I got my knife and I'm going to cut. Okay, y'all, so I have my little taste test piece here. It's still pretty warm, and I guess that's why it broke apart, because I didn't cut it all the way through, and you know what the story is. So let's taste it. Nice and moist. The taste is good. And I think that Crisco, that shortening, was what made it kind of good and moist. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. And this is a good cake. So I hope you try this recipe. Y'all be blessed. Bye. Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Here's a video that may interest you and a playlist. And if you don't like either one of those, hit that button in the middle and you'll go to my channel. You can also subscribe below. Y'all be blessed.